Tsunami Studios. Batman issue 108. James Tynion IV continues to be a powerhouse in the comic book industry, just making some of the best books on the shelf, man. However, as I say that, I want to specify I don't really like this book. In particular, this issue. I like Tynion's Batman, I do. But I think, objectively speaking, what this issue tried to present itself as was everything I don't look for in my Batman reading. You know, it plays with a lot of ideas, and it's very coherent and exists perfectly with the other stories that Tynion has set up in his Batman run. But there's moments where I'm just like, I don't want this, and I don't need to see this. So let's get into the book. We open up with another thing where Batman's being attacked by the Scarecrow. We see like him entering his brain, controlling his ideas. I'm curious to see when that's going to come back, but we cut to Gotham City Hall. Mayor Nakano is giving a speech like, there are so many vigilantes in this city and they all ruined us. I'm going to be working alongside a real hero to get some real action going in this world. Of course, it is Sean Mahoney. We saw him in Infinite Frontier #0. He was at A-Day, he was attacked, and, you know, he got injured and almost died. And I'm just going to jump into it. We all were kind of predicting, is this red-haired boy going to be Peacekeeper 01 from the Future State books? Yes, he is. He is going to be Peacekeeper. We get to that scene a little bit later when he's talking to Simon Saint, and Simon's like, dude, you're so good at this city. You're just like the coolest guy in the world. I need to work with you, so let's build you my Peacekeeper stuff and make you some cool guy. I get it. Again, that particular stuff isn't what I want in my Batman stories, but you're sticking to something that you created in Future State, which is kind of cool to see. You know, like, that character worked pretty well fighting against Tim Drake, and I think he went against Nightwing or something. I didn't read all the Future State stuff, but that's pretty cool. I don't hate it. You know, I think when it comes to, like, the Mayor Nakano and Simon Saint stuff of this book, it's weird that we're focusing on these aspects of the Batman world, which I kind of like and I dislike. You know, one of the things I really enjoy about this run on Batman so far, and I think this issue really specified that, was this idea that Gotham City can grow and become something new, and it doesn't really need Bruce Wayne or Batman sometimes. Like, we'll get to a character in a bit here that could potentially be a new kind of version of a Batman. It's just kind of a different idea, and it's kind of fun because, like, we never really explored, like, Gotham City evolving past Batman. We kind of just see, like, yeah, they're one and the same, but maybe Gotham City can heal if Batman wasn't ruining it all the time. That's kind of a fun concept. So, Oracle is watching the broadcast of Nakano, and she's just kind of, like, seeing that the Scarecrow is standing there watching. She's trying to get in contact with Batman, but of course, he's not answering because he's Patches Malone at the moment, and he gets, like, attacked, trying to figure out what's going on with, what is it, Wise? I think his name is Wise, Mr. Wise. Some two muscle dudes come to stop him. You know, I say it every issue too, but the artwork is fantastic in this book. The colors in particular for the stuff we're doing with this issue, it's really good. It's really bright and vibrant, and every character looks distinct and interesting. It looks really cool. Every costume, every design is well thought out, sometimes overly thought out to the point where I don't think it works too much. But we meet Miracle Molly. We've been teasing her before. She's officially here, and this is the part of the book where I'm like, okay, a couple things. Miracle Molly is way too over-designed. Like, I understand the need to, like, make her, like, youthful and, like, JoJo Siwa looking in a way. It just had that interest. It just had that factor to me, like the JoJo Siwa, just like bright colors, not realistic in it, a portrayal of a real person. It's kind of annoying. And also, this is where I finally went, we are making a lot of, like, young characters that are women in the Batman world. We just did Flatline and Robin. We made Punchline a couple months back. We have the Gardener appearing last issue. Now we have Miracle Molly. This was the first time with all those characters I went, do we need this, really? Okay. So basically, Molly kind of figures out, oh, this guy who just kind of came here isn't the guy he says he is. And she doesn't say it right away, but she does know it's Batman the whole time. I'm going to bury the lead on that one. She knows it's Batman. And we spend a lot of this issue just kind of like talking between the two of them. And, you know, it's kind of cool, I guess. Like, this is an interesting area to explore. In particular, it's not my thing. Like, I just went, I see what you're doing, but is this really what you want to do? Is this what we're doing with the main Batman title? Just having this story about how Gotham City could be better without Bruce Wayne and Batman? I guess. I don't know. It's weird. So, Batman puts on a Zorro mask. He heads out with Molly, and they're just, like, riding like a drone. She's looking like, you know, a Fortnite character. By the way, I have been reading the Batman Fortnite 0 Point book. That is, I just want to say this right away, because I'm not going to do a review on that, but the Batman and Fortnite crossover book is really well written, to the point that it's actually impressive how they managed to make both the Batman character and the Fortnite lore work in the same way. So read that book if you haven't. It's worth your time. So we're on a drone, we're headed away, we cut back to the stuff with John Mahoney, he's talking to Simon Saint, this is where we get the stuff with the Peacekeeper, you're like, okie dokie, very cool. Back with Patches, Batman, and Molly, they're flying in the sky, they're in like some weird architecture stuff that wasn't finished building, because, you know, Wayne Enterprises kind of folded in on itself because the money was taken from him, and basically I'm not going to go through like the entire narrative of the stuff with Molly, but she's basically telling to Batman, yeah, we take money using our technology and our powers from these people, and we give it back. She's basically trying to, like, you know, say she's like a Robin Hood type. You steal from the rich, you give to the poor, you help the people of Gotham that need it. She's got some, like, cool ability where she can tinker with machines and she can make different types of powers and weapons and stuff. I don't like Miracle Molly. I think this is the first time I saw one of these characters where I just went, no thanks. I don't think you needed this. You know, it's a fun area to explore, like Gotham City growing without Batman's help and the city kind of turning on him and no longer seeing him as a savior. But I'm like, do we have to do like the, oh, here's the young girl who's trying to change the world thing? That's in everything, and it just doesn't feel like Batman, and it doesn't feel like Gotham City, which I guess you could say is the point, and maybe that is the point, that this is a new era for Gotham City. Basically, that is Tynan's run in a nutshell. But I don't know. This just didn't do it for me. It hasn't done it for me. And it's just like, okay, cool. So they're taking money. They're, you know, figuring everything out, and it's fine. It's not different or anything, but Batman's like, I need answers. Who hired you to do certain things and everything, and figure that out? And the person that hired her, of course, is Simon Saint, setting up that he's going to be a bad guy, and we end this story seeing Sean Mahoney getting electrocuted so badly that you're just like, oh, that's not good. You're not really going to be alive after this. And it's fine. It's an interesting way to end it. We get a backup involving Ghostmaker, of course. We see him fighting the Laser Tigers. He's kicking their asses pretty good. And back with, what is it, Madam Midas. She's like, okay, that didn't work. So, Kid Kawaii, do you have any instructions on how to kill him? And she's like, oh, not really, but I know how, like, powerful he is. And we see that her, like, one of her eyes is actually, like, was taken out by Ghostmaker, and we get a flashback to their first encounter. And it was kind of fun. And we see Kid Kawaii's like this weird molting creature that can turn into like a creepy monster, and they just kick ass and fight. It's pretty enjoyable. Like, this could be a book. I would seriously read like an ongoing Ghostmaker book, because I think the character is like exactly what Tynion wants to write, and that's like some serious creepy anime character going to all those places. Like, Kid Kawaii is literally an anime villain. Like, literally, she's just like a kid in a schoolgirl uniform wearing a mask, like actual like mask that you'd wear in today's pandemic era, and just like morphs into a monster that attacks a ninja samurai ronin. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to say it's the best, but hey, that's pretty sick. So Ghostmaker defeats the Tigers, and now he's coming to get Madam Midas and her zoo crew of evil people. It's a fine book. You know, the Ghostmaker stuff was very cute, very fun. The stuff with Batman, it went into a lot of interesting ways. Like the Technicolor stuff, I like the art and I like the colors, but I'm just like, this is so over-designed and overcomplicated. I don't love every second of it, which I don't have to. The book can be what it wants to be, but at the same time, like, this is the side of the story I don't need to focus on. You don't see Batman suit up once in this book. If that's something you are interested in seeing that doesn't happen in here, it's just letting you guys know. But it's setting up a lot of the stuff we saw in Future State. And if you are interested in another, you know, young woman saving the world in the style that we've seen in other Batman books and contemporary stories, basically, if I'm going to sum up Miracle Molly, she's kind of like Carly from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That side, some are up to you, but you know, with like leopard pants and arrows spray painted on them and a metal eye and green hair, and it's just over designed to the T, and I don't like it that much. But fine book, I suppose. If you're interested in this stuff, there's not much I can say about it because it's literally just like Mir Kamali narrating to Batman, like, yeah, this is why I do what I do. That's cool, I guess. So, Batman issue 108, I am going to give a 6 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.